Robert Mitton in Denver, Colorado. It is so nice to have you call.
Hello, Norm. How's it going?
Very well. How are you doing? Please give us all a report on your health.
Well, first of all, I have to say thank goodness for Obamacare, because Obamacare saved my life by giving me Medicaid extension. And now I am in full recovery. It's just amazing. I met with my newest cardiology team at Denver Health last week, and they could not believe that I rode my bicycle to the appointment after first riding to lunch.
Wow.
I'm riding my bicycle a few miles every day, or walking at least 2 miles a day, having great sex again. I'm
just going to leave that one alone, dude. There's a punchline in there, and I'm not touching it. So.
There you go. But yeah, I'm a happy camper and just recovering really well. It's just amazing. There's not been really any pain involved with this recovery or anything. It's just now getting my body back into shape after being like 14 or 18 months in a total shutdown mode where I wasn't using my body at all.
Well, between the sex and the bicycling, I think you're going to be okay. I mean, personally.
Yes.
Sounds to me like you got all your bases covered right there.
You got it. I want to be skiing again next season. I go into a new age bracket, which is 60 and over, and that's just going to allow me to be better than all those other old guys, because I'm not old anymore.
And no sex while skiing. All right, we got that's dangerous. All right. Robert, just for people who don't know what we're talking about, you had called this show, maybe 2 years ago, a year and a half ago? Because I was talking about death with dignity, and you were saying how your heart was failing, and you just wanted to exit this world, and we took up a collection to help you, and we did everything we could to help you. The New York Times called you and put you on the front page of the New York Times. You were on Al Jazeera. You got all kinds of exposure. And then because of Obamacare, you were able to get a brand new type of heart surgery, which was not nearly as gruesome. They didn't have to cut open your sternum, your breastbone, and use rib spreaders to flay you open like a salmon being ready for dinner. And so, basically they were able to use a very small little scope and just go in through your femoral artery through your thigh and just basically do microsurgery to repair the problem with your heart, which had been fixed years ago and was failing, and so you needed a redo of it. Did I get all those facts essentially correct?
Absolutely.
You said the magic word.
Absolutely.
And so what kind of aftercare are you getting? Are you getting good regular appointments with doctors, and they're checking your blood pressure and seeing how everything's going?
Yes. Like I said, I just saw the cardio team last week. I have a primary care doctor that I've been going to at Denver Health for the last 14 years. He's been my single primary care doctor, and we have a great relationship. So there is all the watching going on that's needed to be, and I'm keeping in touch with it too. My blood pressure, after I rode my bike in, was 114/78.
Perfect. Wow, that's perfect.
175 pounds. That's what I graduated high school at. So it's just surreal, Norm. It's just surreal that I was able to hold out, and I was so close to death. I was not going to have open heart surgery again, but I wasn't really wanting to die or anything. I just didn't want to go through open heart surgery again.
Of course.
So with the mercy of the doctors doing their peer-to-peer requests to make this happen, it's just an amazing thing.
And it was Obamacare that helped pay for the whole thing.
Absolutely, it sure was.
There it was.
Absolutely.
Robert, I'm really glad you're back to normal. Are you able to work now? You're able to restore your life to a normal pace and range?
I'm getting my clients back, and I am a little bit behind on rent, but I'm already catching up on rent and trying to catch up on everything now. But I do have my clients coming back now, since I can update websites again and do stuff like that. I couldn't guarantee that on the other side if I was going to be able to get into the CyberNet or not. But now I can.
Robert, I'm really, really glad this all worked out for you. It looked bleak there in the early stages. But, you are literally living, breathing proof that Obamacare saves lives, and you're living, breathing proof of the perseverance of the human spirit. I mean, I congratulate you for sticking with it.
And, Norm, I really, really appreciate appreciate all the help that you have given your audience's help, and the time for me to be able to talk about this subject is just I really appreciate it. I really do.
Robert, you're a friend for life, whether you like it or not. So you're stuck with us, and thank you for being part of the team. Thank you as well for the kind words. I really, really appreciate it. That was Robert Mitton, M-I-T-T-O-N. He's long since given us permission to use his full name. Normally it's just the first letter of a last name. But check him out on the internet, and you'll see his odyssey. And we were a real part of his odyssey. It was really amazing, the power of this show, the power of any kind of talk show, if it's done properly. And I'm really glad that Robert reached out to us and we were able to make the whole thing happen. It's just it's one of the sweetest things that has happened to us on this show. So we wish Robert the best of luck. I've got time for you straight ahead. This is the place where justice is always served, especially in Robert's case, the Norman Goldman Show.
Hey, Norm, you are fantastic.
Wow.
At one time, I accused you of having teeny-weeny little huevos. You are the size of an ostrich now, bro. And if it ever gets bigger, believe me, you have them.
This is the Norman Goldman Show.
It must be something to do with this global warming they keep talking about.
Absolutely.
Paul, you get the last word tonight from Washington State. Hi, Paul.
Hey, Norm. Great news about Robert there in Colorado.
Awesome news.
Yeah, and we have to remember, he was a hot dog skier. You know, that was, I think that's part of his story there.
That is.
Yeah. Well, he's doing so well, I got to get some heart disease, man.